Right, plan for today. Charlotte, you are going to have to go in the kitchen because Chef's called in sick, I'm afraid. Okay, yeah, that's fine, no problem. Right, and Carly, you are going to have to be in the baby room today just to cover for Charlotte while she's out. Yeah, sure, I've been in there all week, it's no problem. Oh, we'll have to wait until we're on lunch break together so you can tell me all about your first date last night. Oh! Yeah, I wouldn't get too excited about that. Okay, great, let's get to it. Marjorie. Oh, I was having such a good day. Yes, Summer. Somebody has stolen something of mine and I want it back. Okay, what has gone missing? My hair straighteners. Oh, sorry, how on earth could we have your hair straighteners? Yesterday I was running late for work and on my way out the door I picked up my wireless hair straighteners, but my hands were full, so I popped them in Latrine's bag and dropped him off here. Except I forgot that I needed them. I left them in his bag all day, but when I came here in the evening to collect him, they weren't in the bag anymore. Okay, well, glazing over the fact that they shouldn't have even been in there in the first place because that's a health and safety risk. Relax, I never keep batteries in them. I always keep them on me so that if Latrine ever got them, he could never turn them on and burn himself. That's actually very smart. Either way, I really don't think anyone has pinched them. So how is it they were in the bag when I dropped him off yesterday morning, but last night when I got him home and checked the bag, they were gone? We have lots of wandering little hands, okay? They're always digging their hands into bags as they walk along the corridor, okay? Maybe one of the children has put their hand in and pulled them out. Well, in that case then, you can reimburse me for them. Summer, I'm not going to reimburse you for a pair of hair straighteners, okay? They should never have been on the premises to begin with. If a child has picked them up and taken them away, if anything, that parent is going to be extremely angry that they had access to them. They were expensive. Then you should have taken better care of them. You mark my words, Marjorie. You're going to regret that because this is not over. I swear to God, when I get up there, you and me are having words because I do not deserve this crap.
A few hours later.
Right, let's see what's on the telly box, shall we? Oh. Hello? Yeah, speaking. What? Oh my God. Marjorie, I just heard. I got here as soon as I could. Oh my God. Apparently the fire is contained to one room. Someone called it in pretty fast, so it didn't spread further. Yeah, you're welcome for that, by the way. How did you get here so fast? I was the one that called it in. What were you doing here? I was just out for a walk and I happened to see the flames. Well, I'm sure once it's all taken care of, we'll find out how this fire started. I guess we will. Marjorie, right, I see. Okay. Well, thank you very much for letting me know. All right. Thanks very much. Bye-bye. Sorry, Marjorie, I didn't mean to interrupt you on the phone. That's all right. How can I help? I need to talk to you about something. Okay. Oh, hang on 1 second. There we go. There's something that's been on my mind all week, and truthfully, the guilt is just kind of eating me up now. Oh, this sounds like a serious chat. Sorry, hang on. What's going on? It's about the fire. What about the fire? Well, you know how I was covering in the kitchen that day? Yeah. I think I left the stove on, so I went back to turn it off, but by the time I arrived, the nursery was already on fire, and you guys were already there, and it's been eating me up all week to think that I burnt down the nursery, and I can't believe I did. Okay, hold on, darling, it's okay. It wasn't you. It wasn't? No, my darling. That was actually the fire inspector on the phone. The fire didn't start in the kitchen. Where did it start? It started in the baby room. The baby room? Well, do they know how it started? No, they don't know yet. But if you tune in next week, you'll find out. What was that? What was what? It's so uncomfortable sitting in a car for your lunch break. It's not as nice as the sofas we had. Well, that's what happens when you burn down the nursery. Carly, I should never have told you that. Besides, it wasn't me that started it. It wasn't in the kitchen after all. It started in the baby room. The baby room? Mm-hmm. And when was this confirmed? Only this week. Marjorie got the call from the fire inspector, I think on Monday. So they know how it started then? No, they don't know how it started, just where it started. So we just know for a fact it came from the baby room. Oh. Do you know, we've been so preoccupied with everything going on, I never got a chance to ask you, how was your date that you went on? You know, the one the night before the fire?
Oh, it was nothing to write home about.
Did you get home in time to straighten your hair? Because I know you were worried you weren't going to have enough time to get ready.
Yeah, I managed to get my hands on a pair.
You okay?
Yeah. Just wondering if I'll end up in juvie or an adult prison.
I will see to it never happens again. All right, bye-bye. Right, we need to confiscate Jodie's mistletoe, okay? That was another parent making a complaint.
Marjorie, Autumn, I need to talk to you.
Everything all right?
No. I think I started the fire.
What makes you think that?
Well, do you remember the day before the fire started? I was going on a date that night, right? Well, this guy insisted he could only have his dinner at 6 o'clock and no later, so I was really stressed because I had no time afterwards to get ready and my hair was an absolute mess. Anyway, I went to get something out of Latrine's bag and in there I found Summer's hair straighteners.
Right.
So after all the kids had gone home, I put batteries in them and I straightened my hair. Obviously, I couldn't put them back in Latrine's bag because he'd already gone home for the day, so I put them in the cupboard for safekeeping until the next day.
Okay.
Anyway, the day was a disaster because he brought his mum. So the next day, I totally forgot about the straighteners because my head was somewhere else. So when I got home that night and Shah texted me saying that Summer had made a complaint about the straighteners going missing, I quickly ran back to the nursery with the intention of moving them maybe to the hallway to make it look like a kid had moved them. Only when I got there, the fire was already going and I heard it started in the baby room, so I think it was me.
Carly, are you talking about these straighteners?
Surely they would have been destroyed in the fire in the baby room.
They were in my office. I don't know how they wound up in here, but that's where I found them the next morning. So don't worry, you didn't start the fire.
Oh, thank God. Wait, you just let me go on and on about it, knowing full well it weren't me.
Only because I'm a bit alarmed at the number of potential arsonists I seem to employ. Okay, only last week it was Charlotte in here telling me she thought she started the fire. Now it's you. Who's next? Winter? It wasn't Winter. How do you know? You knew where Winter was that night? I have spent a great deal of time around people who've started lots of fires. I know an arsonist when I see one. It's not Winter. Also, I think at some point we need to do a deep dive into your past.
Hi, Marjorie.
Summer, thank you so much for coming in. Did you drop Latrine off across the road at the village hall okay?
Yes, but I don't appreciate having to walk across a muddy field in the freezing cold after being summoned to come and see you.
You'll be glad you made the trip. I've got something for you.
Really? What's that?
We found your hair straighteners.
I knew you had taken them. Where were they?
Somebody had just shoved them in the cupboard under Autumn's desk.
Somebody. A staff member. Exactly like I had said. A staff member stole them, didn't they?
Look, I don't know nothing about nothing, okay? All I know is that they were found there safe and sound and now they're returned to you, okay? I don't know how they got there.
Fine. We'll consider this matter closed and dealt with.
Oh, good. So you're not going to carry through on your threat, you know, that I'm going to regret it.
Well, given half your nursery burnt down, I'd say that we're pretty even for this.
Do you know, there is something that's just been niggling away at me these past few weeks.
What's that?
How is it you got to the nursery so fast the night of the fire? You yourself even said that you called it in. Why is it that you were there?
My husband and I just happened to be in the area. It was date night, we didn't have the baby with us. We took advantage to just drive around and look at some Christmas lights.
And you just happened to be at the nursery at the exact moment that the fire started?
Yeah, and as I said the night of the fire, you're welcome. If I hadn't called it in as quickly as I did, you would have lost a lot more of the nursery.
Who put the hair straighteners in here and why was she by the fire so fast? Hello?
Hi, is that Marjorie?
Speaking.
Hello, it's the fire inspector. I just wanted to give you a quick call because I did promise you an update this week.
Oh, yes. So, Have you determined, the cause of the fire yet?
Unfortunately, that's the update. We still haven't determined the cause of the fire yet.
Oh,
But we do know we got there very, very quickly, right after it started, in fact. So you're incredibly lucky. You could have lost a lot more than the nursery than you did.
I suppose I should be thanking Summer then.
Who?
Summer. She's a disgruntled ex-employee, but I suppose she saved half our nursery by calling the emergency services as quickly as she did.
Oh, well, the first call to come in about the fire couldn't have possibly been from her. It was made by a man.
A man?
Yeah, it was a man. Anyway, sorry I don't have better news this week, but as soon as I know anything else, I will call you immediately and let you know.
Okay, thanks very much. A man?
My husband and I just happened to be in the area.
Summer could have started the fire while her husband rang it in, but she didn't want to lose her hair straighteners to the fire, but she couldn't just take them either because then she would have known that she'd been in the wrong about losing them. So she planted them in here so she still had the chance to gloat about the fact that we had in fact taken them. Oh my God, was it Summer? I am very, very sorry to hear that you don't want to see your own son over the festive period, but I'm sorry I cannot take him. Yeah, he probably will eat you out of house and home. He has got a very big appetite. No, I don't think he's got a stupid face. Look, Aunt Liz, I'm sorry you don't want to see your own son on Christmas Day, but at the end of the day, he does live with you. So then tell him to go to the pub or something, okay? He's 30.
Excuse me, Marjorie.
Hiya.
I believe you've spoken with my colleague a few times over the phone. He's the fire inspector.
Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, come in. How can I help you?
Well, we have a bit of an update to give you, and it's not something that can be done over the phone.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Now, we still haven't established the actual cause of the fire. However, we do think we found a catalyst for it.
Oh, right. Okay.
Do you recognise this blanket?
No.
It doesn't belong to any of the children at all?
No, none of the children bring in their own blankets at all. I mean, we've got toys, comforters, even a few grow bags, but none blankets like that. I've never seen that before in my life.
Well, only the corner of it survived. The rest of the blanket was completely burnt away, but we no longer need it for our events anymore, so I thought I would return it to you.
Thank you. Looks like it came from quite a big blanket. It's a shame the rest of it burnt away.
Well, we actually tracked down the retailer of those blankets. They're sold in pairs.
They're sold in pairs?
Yep, so just be on the lookout for somebody who has the matching one to that, as they may know something about the fire.
I see. Well, thank you very much for the update.
No problem. I'll see you later.
Right, of course. Thank you. Thank you. I wonder if Summer's got the matching one. Hello, the nursery. No, Aunt Liz, I will not lock your son in our kitchen over Christmas and shout at him, may the odds be ever in his favour. It's very nice of the owner to come and make an appearance at the grand reopening of our nursery.
Always happy to come and support the people keeping me rich. Hello, mutton chops.
Father?
Although I am curious as to why the grand reopening of the nursery isn't taking place in the nursery.
Oh, the paint hadn't quite dried yet, so we didn't think it would look very good for the business to have a load of toddlers running around high on fumes.
Smart.
Bit curious as to why Siobhan's here.
She's with me.
What do you mean with you?
Is that beer? Come on, Siobhan.
They're non-alcoholic, but whatever. I'll be back. I just need to go and break something.
Okay. Hello, Marjorie. Everything all right with Autumn?
Oh, Winter. I think it's just a family dynamic thing. Hey, sorry to interrupt, but one of the children just spilt their drink all over the blankets and none of them can sit on it now because it's all wet. Do either of you have a spare one?
Actually, yes. I've got a spare one in the back seat of my car.
Okay, great. Thanks, Winter.
Right, here we go. One extra large blanket.
You? It was you!
What was me?
That's your blanket!
Actually, this isn't mine. This is Autumn's.
Autumn's?
Yes.
This is your blanket. They are sold in pairs and its twin was found at the scene of the fire.
Oh,
You were there that night.
I was.
And you told me that Winter didn't start the fire. Is that because you know that you started it?
Marjorie, she didn't start the fire.
How do you know?
Because I was with her that night. We're together.
You were both at the nursery that night?
Yes, but it's not what you think.
What I think is that your blanket was found where the fire started.
That's not my blanket.
Well then whose blanket is it then? Father?
Yes, mutton chops.
I believe this belongs to you.
My word, where did you find that? I haven't seen this since...
The night of the fire.
Care to tell these people what happened, Father? Siobhan, care to explain?
Plot twist. That night, your father and I came to the nursery for some extracurricular activities.
Oh, God.
Oh, for God's sake, is there not a single room in this nursery that hasn't been defiled by all of you?
Soft place still safe for now.
Anyway, we threw down a couple of blankets, lit a few candles. One thing led to another, and unfortunately one of the candles got knocked over. Your father made the initial call when we could see the fire was taking hold.
I can't believe... Why, how did you come in possession of the blanket then, Autumn? After we finished, we walked out of the preschool room.
Finished? Were you all in the same building at the same time bumping uglies?
Oh! Mutton chops.
Oh. You didn't do it on that blanket as well, did you?
No, God, no. I'd never let the children sit on the blanket that we actually use.
Oh, how considerate of you.
Anyway, I was walking down the corridor and I saw the flames in the baby room. I could see through the window that the blanket on the floor was my father's, so I ran and grabbed it. Unfortunately, the other one had already been completely burned up. I threw it in the backseat of Winter's car. We drove off just as the emergency service vehicles and all of you were arriving.
So this whole time you've known it was your father that started the fire. Why have you not spoken up before now?
Doesn't exactly look good. An owner accidentally setting fire to his own business. That's why I grabbed the blanket so that all trace back to him was erased.
It's very considerate of you.
My inheritance is rather meaty. I doubt it would stay that way if he went to prison for fraud.
That's my girl. Now, all this business has been sorted. Let's go drink.
It's non-alcoholic. Oh, never mind.
If you'll excuse me, I need to go and throw up now that I've learnt that we were not only in the same building as your father, but quite literally across the hallway from him.
That still doesn't explain how the hair straighteners ended up in our office.
Oh, I can take credit for that. While your father was getting the blankets out of the car, I was having a nosy around the baby room. I'm assuming you two were already in the preschool room. Anyway, I happened upon the straighteners and remember the email going around about them going missing. So I thought I'd plant them in the office framing you, but I'd accidentally put them under Autumn's desk. Of course, Daddy Dearest would never let his daughter go down for a theft in his own business.
I'm sorry your plan didn't work.
There's always plan B.
Marjorie, I'd appreciate it if you can keep the news of Winter and myself under wraps. I hate to break it to you, Autumn, but every single person in the nursery already knows about you two. They do?
Oh, except Jodie. She got Winter for Secret Santa and she got him a lipstick. To this day, she thinks you two just happen to wear the same shade.